This is why aesthetic only lifters burn out, or people that only chase aesthetics. Let me get everything together here. Let me make sure this camera's good. Yeah, man, don't just lift for aesthetics. You're setting yourself up. Because there's no purpose. You do not have. There's nothing to it. There's no substance behind it. In order to keep lifting, you're going to need a deeper purpose. In order to sustain it for the rest of your life, at least, unless you're just trying to do a quick diet thing before your wedding or something. I don't know. That's what I get a lot with clients and stuff. But yeah, there's a multitude of reasons why you shouldn't even prioritize aesthetics. Aesthetics, unless you are competing as a bodybuilder, you should not prioritize aesthetics when it comes to lifting weights or hitting the gym. That shit is so overplayed. That joint is played out. So what keeps people, that's the reason why a lot of people give up. Most people, I mean, hey, you see it every single year. What do people do January 1st, the first 2 weeks of January? You can't get a bench, you can't get a machine because everybody's in the gym for their New Year's resolution and stuff like that. And then by February, March, the gym is back to being normal. Probably earlier than that. At this point, the way people are, I haven't been to a commercial gym in a while, but I'd imagine probably after like the first week, it starts dwindling down hills because nobody really has a true purpose. I guarantee most of them only want to look good, or they only want to hit the gym for aesthetics. They're like, yeah, this year I'm going to hit the gym and I'm going to look good. I'm going to get rid of my dad bod and all that jazz. I'm going to build my chest, my biceps, my triceps, all that. And the aesthetics is poppycock. So find your true will, your true purpose on why you want to hit the gym. Or else you're going to mentally burn out. Simple as that. All right, continuing forward. Another reason why if you only chase aesthetics, you're going to burn out. You're not going to last that long. Because you're going to lack functional strength. And there's not going to be much substance to it. Even if you do stay in the gym, if you're somebody that only chases aesthetics, you're not going to be able to move efficiently. We've all seen it. We've all seen these big bodybuilder type dudes that can barely rotate their spine to wipe their ass. Their sprinting mechanics are horrible. They can't jump. They can't skip. They can't dibbity dip. They can't, they can't move as efficient as an athlete. And that's why we want to hit the gym, to be functional. Now, I get it. I get it for you kids out there. A lot of y'all 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, somethings. Y'all want to look good. A lot of y'all focus on aesthetics. But let me tell you, as a former athlete, as somebody who was introduced to training because they were an athlete, and as somebody who's now 35 years young man, you want to prioritize functionality way before aesthetics. If you gain strength and get stronger and learn how to move, the aesthetics will be a byproduct. You'll become aesthetically pleasing by default. And even if there are certain parts of your body that you want to work out, because obviously you want to look good. So I'm not saying just completely eradicate aesthetics, but don't make that your number one priority at all. Make functionality your number one priority. Because when you build that foundation, then you could tweak certain things. Like, okay, I know how to do a handstand push-up, but let me work on my deltoids a little bit. Let me start implementing those isolated bodybuilding type workouts because I can do an overhead press without cracking my back. I can withstand a proper squat now. I can do compound lifts with efficiency. I am strong in these areas. So now I can kind of polish it a little bit aesthetically. I can do a chin up, a full range chin up. So now, okay, I can work on my biceps a little bit. I can do a proper push up. A proper push up where my chest actually hits the ground. So, all right, let me work on my chest a little bit. You know, abs, all that. It all corresponds. So, prioritize functionality first. Now, because otherwise, your training is going to be unsustainable. As I mentioned before, you're not going to be able to just keep up with it. Because, okay, say that you do actually focus on aesthetics at first and you do keep up with it. And then you do reach your goals. You become the most aesthetically pleasing person that you can imagine. You hit everything. Then what? What's next? Like, oh, okay, I'm good now. I've reached my aesthetic. So is that what you want to try and maintain for the rest of your life? Is that it? If it is, cool, I guess. But we're going to want to look for deeper things. We're going to want to start looking for actual health benefits. We're going to want to look for being able to move and groove into our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe 100. Imagine being 90 and 100 years old and you don't need to go to a home because you can take care of yourself. You know, these are the things that actually matter. Not just looking good, because by the time you hit your 60s, 70s, it's going to look all wrinkly anyway. So it's better to be able to move and groove than to just look like a bodybuilder. So this is what we want to go for. So you want to really find your why, find your purpose behind aesthetics. Because this is superficial stuff right here. And life is way deeper than the outside. Another reason why you don't want to keep chasing aesthetics for the rest of your life, speaking of being able to function and being able to move and groove your body, you're going to heighten your risk for injury. Because when people chase aesthetics, they tend to not emphasize, unless you're just really, 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 really advanced at bodybuilding, you don't emphasize the technique as well. You might compromise your technique to get in those extra reps, to burn your muscles to complete failure, to get the most bang out of every single set. So when you compromise form, you increase your risk for injury. And then now all of a sudden you're out of the gym for a couple weeks, for a couple months. And then you're losing your consistency there. And then you have to work through all that, which is a whole nother can of worms. Luckily, I've been grateful to be healthy my whole life, basically, pretty much. But yeah, that's because I prioritize quality, form, and technique and function. And then back to, you might have an identity crisis down the line too, because you'll be comparing yourself to others. You're going to look at yourself aesthetically and then compare yourself to possibly somebody else who's also aesthetic. And then you're just going to, or if you get injured and then you're unable to work out for a while, and then you leave the gym for a little bit and you don't look as aesthetically pleasing as you did before, that might give you some issues. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. And one of the biggest reasons for me, on top of that, so the majority of the time when you do look jacked, when you do look aesthetic, I notice a lot of compliments you'll get is from guys. And I'm personally, to each their own, man. But as somebody who's exclusively into women, those are the only compliments I care about. So, studies have also shown that women mainly prefer a guy with a nice, lean, athletic physique, and they don't care too much about about guys being a overly heavy bodybuilder type of person. It scares them away, almost. So it's like all you have to do is look like you take care of yourself and you're good. If you want the attraction from women. So I mean that's my number one priority as far as aesthetics go. But to each his own. But yeah, those are some of the reasons. There's more, but you don't want to chase aesthetics, man. You want to chase functionality and strength and being able to move and navigate this realm and maintain your vehicle for your duration of this lifetime. I happen to be a personal trainer. If you are interested in coaching, my links will be below in the description. Feel free to write any comments, whether you agree, disagree, whatever. We're all living our lives subjectively. We all have our own opinions and how we move and groove in this world. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Let's just keep being the best versions of ourselves.